It's hard to believe it's been 41 years ago that Marvin Gaye was taken away. Sometimes you have moments where you know where you were, what you were doing. I've told this story before and I'm going to say it again. My grandmother and I in Houston were coming back from church and used to rip and run in the streets, you know. And anyway, April Fool's Day, thinking it was a joke, thinking it was, somebody pulling a prank. And then come to find out, got home, turned the news on, LA, his dad, body bag. It was like, oh man, this was just like hit like a ton of bricks. So it's hard to believe like the day before his birthday. And that's always one of the things that when I think about this particular date, when I think about early April, two losses that come to mind is like Marvin Gaye and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When I think about, yeah, and it's kind of like certain months and things that just kind of hit you a certain way. And Marvin Gaye had been, that last year was wild and rough on his Midnight Love tour and all the antics and stuff. But and mysteriously, no one has ever put forth a movie properly in its entirety based on his life. There have been works. Jesse L. Martin from Law and Order was supposed to do it, and others, but nothing came of it. So that's still one of the biggest mysteries why there was never a proper Marvin Gaye movie. But you talk about one of the greatest artists ever. You talk about a guy who changed the course of music. Influential singer-songwriter, musician, producer, arranger. His What's Going On album, a lot of people herald it as one of the greatest albums ever. Some think it's the GOAT. Smokey Robinson does. And it's just like something in totality. When he made an album like that, he made a statement. He came out with statements. His music was about statements. His love songs with Tammy Terrell were statements. The original, If This World Were Mine. Meanwhile, Luther Vandross, Cheryl Lynn blew it up. And of course, with Kendrick Lamar and SZA right now, but the original Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell, for those who didn't know. And they were incredible duets together, and she passed tragically. There's so many stories with that. But, his story, his comeback, he won those awards. And I tell this story all the time. Motown 25 that night, actually, I was looking forward to Rick James. Of course, Michael Jackson stole it. The Jacksons were electrifying. But you asked me who was the next best performance, was Marvin Gaye on that piano. He was high. He was